Welcome to Daily Bread. Today we'll be reading 2 Kings chapter 25 to 26. Chapter 25 to the next chapter because it's almost over. So in the 9th year of the Shekinah reign of the 10th day of the 10th month, Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, marched against Jerusalem with all his whole army. He encamped outside the city with built siege works all around it. The city was kept under siege in the 11th year of Zechariah. By the 9th year and by the 9th of the 4th month in the famine, the city had become so severe that there was no food for the people to eat. Then the city wall was broken through, and the whole army fled that night through the gates between two walls near the kingdom garden throughout Babylon. The Babylonites were surrounding the city. They fled towards the Abara, but the Babylonians army pursued the king and overtook him of the plains of Jericho. All his soldiers were spreaded from him and scattered, and he was captured. He was taken into the king of Babylon at Rana, where sentences were pronounced on him. They killed his son Zedekiah before his eyes. Then they put out his eyes, bound him with bronze shackles, and took him into Babylon. On the 11th day of the northern month of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar, I guess, commander of the imperial guard of official of Babylon, came to Jerusalem. He set fire to the temple of the Lord, to the glory palace and of the people of Jerusalem. Every important building being he burned. The whole Babylonian army, under the command of the imperial guard, broke down the walls of Jerusalem. Nebuchadnezzar, the commander of the guard, carried into exile the people who remained in Syria, along with the rest of the populated It's not populated, it's something else. Skip it. I don't like it. And those who deserted the king of Babylon, but the commanders left some of the poorest people of the land to work at the fine vineyards and fields. The Babylonians broke up the bronze pillars, the movable stands, and the bronze seat that they were at the temple of the Lord. They carried the bronze to Babylon. They also took the pot shovels, wick trimmers, dishes, and all the the bronze articles used in the temple service. The commander of the imperial guard took away the censers and sprinkling bowls, all that were made from pure gold or silver. The bronze from two pillars, the bronze from two pillars, the sea and the movable stands which Solomon had made for the temple of the Lord was more than he could be weighed. Each pillar was 18 cubits high. The bronze capital on one pillar, there was 3 cubits high, and decorated with a network and pomegranates of bronze all around. The other pillar with its network was similar. The commander of the guard took as prisoners Seraiah, the chief priest Zephaniah, the priest next in rank, and all the 3 doorkeepers of those still in the city. He took the officer and charged on the fighting men of 5 royal officers. He also took the secondary, who was chief officer in charge of this conscripting the people in the land of, and 60 of the conscripts who were found in the city. Nebuzaradan, the commander, took them all and brought them to the king of Babylon and Riblah. There in Riblah, at the hand of Hamatha, the king had them execute. So Judah went into captivity away from the land. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, appointed Gideon, son of Acham, the son of Shephrah, to be over the people he left behind in Judah. When all the army officials and the men heard that the king of Babylon appointed Gideon as the governor, they went to Gideon at Mizpah. Ishmael, son of Nathaniel, Jonathan of Syria, son of Temeth, the Tepronite, Jazana, the son of Meshachite, and their men. Gideon took an oath to reassure them and their men, "Do not be afraid of the Babylonian officials," he said. "Settle down in the land and serve the king of Babylon. It will go well with you." In the 7th month, however, Ishmael, son of Nathaniel, what do you want me to do? The son of Ishmael, who was a royal blood, came with 10 men and assassinated Gideon, and also the men of Judah and Babylonians who were with him at Mizpah. At this, all the people from the east, the least to the greatest, together with the army officials, fled to Egypt to fear the Babylonians. Esarhaddon released on the 37th year of exile, King Jehoiachin. What? Geno. 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 Jehoiachin. Skip it. No, King of Judah. In the 20s, in the year Agramedek became king of Babylon, he released Jehoiachin, king of Judah, in the year Agramedek became king of Babylon. He released Jehoiachin, king of Judah, from prison. He did this on the 27th day of the 12th month. He spoke kindly to him and gave him a seat of honor higher than those of other kings who were with him in Babylon. So Jehoiachin put aside the prison clothes for the rest of his life and ate regularly at the king's table. Day by day, the king gave Jehoiachin a regular allowance as long as he lived. Now it's time to read the meaning. 5 years later. Hurry. No, go back. No, go back. Go back. I'm gonna smack you. Go back. Go back. Go back. There you go. Judah was invaded by the Babylonians 3 times, just as Israel was invaded by the Arameans 3 times. Once again, God demonstrated his mercy in the face of deserved judgment by giving the other person repeated opportunity to repent. A big bronze basin is called the sea. Basin is called the sea. Was a reservoir to use to hold water for ritual cleansing of the priests. Bronze metal is the sea. Bronze metal is in the sea. The temple pillars and the movable stands were so valuable that it was broken up and carried off to Babylon. Judah, like Israel, was unfaithful to God. So God, as he warned, allowed Judah to destroy and taken away to captivity. The book of Lamentations records the prophet Jeremiah's sorrow at the seeing of Jerusalem destroyed. In place of King Zechariah, who was deported into Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar appointed a governor, Gideon, who would faithfully administrate the Babylonian politics. The story of Judah at the last hope began an independent nation was gone, since even the army officers, now rebels, had fled. Judah's earthly kingdom was absolutely demolished, but throughout prophets like Agag and Daniel, who were also captives, God was able to keep the spiritual kingdom alive in the hearts of many of the exiles. Merodach, son of Nebuchadnezzar, became king of Babylon Empire in 562 BC, 24 years after the beginning of the general captivity of 37 years after Jehoiachin was removed from Jerusalem. The new king treated Jehoiachin with kindness and allowing him to eat at his table. While Merodach was later killed in a plot by his mother-in-law, Negril. Negril. Don't get that offensive. Shasharun, who succeeded him to Babylonian throne. The book of 2 Kings opened Elijah's This book of 2 Kings opens with Elijah being carried to heaven, the destination awaiting those who follow God. But the book ends with the people of Judah being carried off to foreign lands as humiliated slaves. As a result of failing to follow God, 2 Kings is an illustration of what happens when we make anything more important than God. When we make ruminous a license, I'm gonna get this over with. When our conscience becomes designated to right and wrong, and when we are no longer able to discern God's purpose of life, we may fail like the other people of Judah, but God promises God promises do not. He is always available to help us straighten our lives and start over, and that is just what will happen in the book of Erism. When the people acknowledged their sins, God was ready to and willing to help. God was willing to help them return to their lands and start again. And that's the end. Bye-bye. I don't want to never come back again.